So if I want to add 134 plus 66, I lay it out exactly the same way as before. All my ones in my ones column here, my tens in my tens column here, and my hundreds in my hundreds column. And I start off the same way as before. I pull down all my ones. Now I like this because I recognize these numbers. This is a number bond to 10. I know 4 add 6 is 10. So immediately I know down here I'm going to have an empty box because 4 add 6, I'm going to be able to swap all of those ones for a 10 because they are 10. So I'm just going to take them completely away, and that gives me a 10. We know it can't go there, so it must go down here, waiting until we do the tens column. Now I need to record this as a 0, otherwise I'll end up with a blank space. This is a placeholder. It's telling me there is nothing here, there are no ones. And then I can add up all of my tens. Now again, this is a nice one because I know 6 add 4 equals 10. So if I count that 1 and that 3 together, that's giving me a 4. So 10 tens is the same as 100. So I can swap, pull them all down. I can count them if I want, but I know 10 tens is 100. So I can get rid of all of those and swap them for 100, which obviously can't go in this row, needs to go down here. But I'm going to record it so I have no tens, and from the hundreds I have 100 here, so I need to record it down below the line. There's my 100, and if I pull all my hundreds together into the answer box, I have 200s, and yeah, same thing, 200, so it goes in here, 200. If I want to add larger numbers like 3020, add 480, I can do it exactly the same way. To lay out my counters, I'm going to put in a thousands column, and you'll see thousands is written as a TH so that it doesn't get mixed up with tens. And I lay it out exactly the same way. I have counters for 1000 and no hundreds, 0 hundreds, 2 tens and 0 units. Then my lower number is 480. So 400s and 8 tens, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 tens and 0 units. I do it exactly the same way as before. I go to my lowest column, I pull down all my ones and I have none. So I record that, that's our placeholder. Then I go to the next column with higher value. Now I know this combination, I know 8 and 2 is 10, and I know this means 8 tens and 2 tens. So altogether I have 10 tens, and we know 10 tens is the same as 100. So I can swap my 10 tens straight away for 100. And that won't go in this column because it goes in the hundreds column. So I put it down here, waiting till I add the hundreds column, and I finish recording my tens column. 8 and 2 is 10. And I've put the 1 in the hundreds column, that means I've got 100. And now I add everything in my hundreds column, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundreds. And then I go to my thousands column. Let's put this over here. And I add everything in my thousands column, and I have 3 thousands. So my answer is 3 thousands, 5 hundreds, 0 tens, 0 units.